If you love making money and want to win,
just cash.
if you love making money and want to win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, that's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super under center song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit. You fucking fuck off. Hey.
Just cash.
We're back, E! We're back! Yay!
Yes, sir. Welcome. What's going on, fam? Welcome back to Just Cash. It
Baby!
is Wednesday.
Sorry.
Very good. It is Wednesday. You already know what time it is. Here to chop up a little college basketball with y'all and join with Underrated. What's good, man? How are you?
I'm great. Man, I was up till 5 a.m. doing music again, bro. This is like makes me happy, like regardless of everything else going on. But as far as betting, we made a unit and a half yesterday. Can't be mad. We got some more plays for today, and the sleeper little 100% boost, man. They're looking great. So let's get it.
Yeah, so let's talk about yesterday real fast. You know, we had two plays that, honestly unbelievable misses. David Punch ended up missing by 0.01, just unbelievable foul trouble. And he came to life in the second half of the game. He did his thing, but 3 fouls in the first half. Coach ended up sitting him to start the second half, which was, honestly worst case scenario for us. And those two turnovers, the foul trouble, however you want to look at it, he easily should have got us there. And then Bruce, he was our only miss from the 6 points each half, which was unbelievable, considering he went out and put up 24 points in the second half. So just, a fluky first half. I mean, hey, what are you going to do? Guy goes out, goes 1 of 6 in the first half, goes 7 of 11 in the second half. So just an unfortunate miss there, but still, like you said, 1.5 unit day, and we got 2 plays left. Hopefully, Arenas plays tonight for our sleeper, that 100% boost. So could have a really great night. I'm really hoping Arenas pushes through it, and it's just a small illness, and he ends up suiting up here. But not a bad day. Definitely could have been worse. And I got to say, Oscar, man, that was probably like a 10 unit play, like you said.
Bro.
Man, what an under that ended up being.
Bro, you honestly found an error that was just sitting there, and no one in the world found it but you. And we had it right there. We could have. I mean, I couldn't play Fliff like that because I'm in this state, but anyone who could play Fliff, bro, that was one of those max bets for sure. You
Yeah.
next time, because you found a few of these now. These offense, defense, rebounds. The only app that has it is Fliff, and they made a mistake and no one caught it. And you're gonna find another one. So next time, we're gonna 2-3 unit it up.
Yeah, man. And I mean, hey, even Oscar, he ended with 2 defensive rebounds as well. So had he played, anything more than 17 or 18 minutes, whatever it was, he fairly easily would have got that. But ended up getting 3 fouls in the first half. We're looking great for the under. And then, second half was pretty much the same thing. Shout out to TKR finally showing up to this game. He really put on performance and tried to keep the things up for Purdue side of things. But game ended up being pretty messy, and Michigan handled business. So not a big surprise there. But shout out to the Dom, Big Malonga, absolutely crushed it for us. I think she ended up clearing that before the end of third quarter. And I know the field was on page yesterday, and thankfully we faded that.
Bro, that was a great call by you, bro. Great call. Dominic Malonga. Hey, no Rakia. Oh, let's go for Paige. Her lines are so high. Oh, sure. Courtney Williams is back. Oh, Malonga's about to score. 15.5, bro. She had 12 in, I want to say the first quarter and a half. We were sitting pretty.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, she ended up clearing the plus money PRA as well. I mean, she went for 29 real points. So just a, sweat-free bet there. I'm glad we took a lot in consideration, and, I'll take my chances on any team that's giving it up to 7 out of 9 opposing centers all day long. And I will say Paige looked a little fatigued out there in the first half of the game. I know the one-on-one tournaments were fairly short, but I mean, she definitely looked like she took a minute to kind of really get going there. Had a modest performance, put up 19 points, nothing bad about that, but she was really just looking to dump it off to Malonga and let her go to work. So love that. Tyler B, I know we had some doubts in the first half, but put up a 20 bomb for us, looked really good there. And then, I mean, everything else, I know we got them technically marked down with -1 here, but Thornton was the only miss here. I mean, we had 5 different options, so hopefully you guys in the Discord were able to mix and match, put the boost together with it, and come out with some money. So not a bad day. We're still up 1 unit on the week so far, and could be a lot more depending on if Arena suits up, or I don't know if you were able to reach out to Sleeper, how a DMP might work, but hopefully we get something out of that.
We shall see, but I'm thinking if he doesn't play, they're going to void the whole thing, and oh well, it is what it is. Those are the breaks. The books get to decide, and it's always more fair for them. So it is what it is. I'm not worried, but let's get to today. I'm excited, man. We got the originals, the OGs, the pimps in the chat today. We got Ayo, what's up, bro? Ayo, bro. We got D Johnson back. What's up, man? We got Q Donkey in here with some plays. We got D Johnson has a couple plays to talk about, and we already got 14 likes, so we're starting off good. Let's get to it.
Let's go. Love to hear it. All right. Well, before we hop into it, if you guys haven't already, I see we got 15 likes in the chat. Thank you. Let's get our magic number. 25 today would be a sweep. We are so due for a sweep, man. Yesterday should have been one, but we digress. If you're new here, hit that sub button, turn the noties on so you don't miss out whenever we do go live. And last but not least, be a part of the Discord. Check it out. The link's down in the description. Still running the 7-day free trial. We've had a lot of folks coming in here this last week and, making some money with us. So get on in there. If you got any questions too, we can always help you out set up accounts, get any kind of stuff going. Expand your repertoire. Cannot stress that enough. Have more options. Having more options is massive. That's how you catch stuff like the Clough rebound thing yesterday. Having options will make you money, I promise. So,
yes.
Without further ado, let's talk about we got a little midday Q tag here with Arenas. I got to say, unfortunate to see, but he's just listed currently with an illness. And I see, technically speaking, at least on RotoWire, they don't have him listed as questionable, so I do like that. Maybe they're just something, he sneezed in practice, and they're like, oh, he might have, X, Y, and Z. But he is a game-time decision today, along with Chad, which he's missed, I believe, the last 2 games now. So we'll keep an eye out for this. I do think he does try to play tonight. I mean, him just coming back from injury and really working his way into what should be his team. He's looked great. I mean, you can't ask for anything more out of a player. Unbelievable field goal volume. Personally, I cannot believe he even opened at 15.5 with or without Chad playing. But still, this volume looks really juicy. We saw a splash of it whenever he first started coming back from injury. And, honestly, the line's just way too low. Even if with Chad playing, let's say the field goal volume backs down closer to like 13 or 15 attempts, still next to our golden rule, anybody's points is closer to their field goal attempts per game. You got to have a lot of interest in that. And we've seen the usage rating. I mean, this is literally a marquee player that we were looking for. 30% usage rating every single game he's been back except for one. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, the big boom. He's going to bring the hammer.
Yep.
I personally think that he plays tonight, and he pushes through whatever is going on. But it's one of the last games of the night, so we might have to play that in a bit of isolation. But if you guys got the early value in, great. And if he DMPs, then that's just unfortunate. But mixed bag shooter. I mean, gets to the three, gets to the free throw line, and he's just taking a high volume from the field. So always love to see that. Ball dominant player. Also a player who can create their own shots, and whether that's on the floor or getting to the free throw lines. But the usage in the minutes, I mean, unreal amount of minutes in these competitive ones. And Illinois, yes, albeit somewhat of a scary team, they haven't been that scary on the road. I mean, they really play down the competition, and one of their best things is, or one of South California, my goodness, this team is limiting the three-point option. So they're going to have to slow the game down a little bit here, really play inside the paint, go to your Tomislav, go to your David, and maybe Keaton Wagler gets to the free throw line a little bit more often. But they played really good defense, so I think limiting those three-point shooters, i.e. in Wagler or Stojakovic, if he ends up playing, could really kind of, keep this game a lot more competitive. But the spread's not too bad. It being an away game, sign me up for it. So we got 2 props for him. That initial 15.5 points, if you're able to get it. And then if not, the best pivot move was the 6 points scored in each half. The payout on it was really, really good earlier. That one will definitely be back on the board once we get news about him. So just keep an eye on it. They did end up pulling it, but it should be back later.
My favorite player in college basketball, Elijah. Please play. Please play. We love you.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good, man. All right. Well, let's keep it going. We got LeBaron Philon back at the house hosting Arkansas, and probably one of the highest totals that we've had to date. It was 186.5 earlier, which is insane. I mean, we're pushing NBA level stuff. But 2 teams playing at a top pace, no real defense, honestly, on both sides. Arkansas a little bit better inside the paint, but both teams, just going to run and gun for a majority of it. So I do like a lot of scoring potential here. The Philon home away assist split, this is something we talked about ad nauseum so far in our streams. For him, honestly, solid number, averaging 4.8 assists so far this season. But again, his straight off at the house, he makes a lot more, dishes out to the team, and we see the likes of Holloway, Sherrill, and Wrightsell, all those guys getting a little bit more involved today. Now, I do think that Sherrill could have somewhat of a struggle. Arkansas, like I said, pretty solid inside the paint, but the playmaking still, by and large, very much so there for Philon, and historically, the matchup's not too terrible. He only had 3 last year, but he only played 18 minutes in this game. I do remember this is when he was on coach's shit list, so he was not playing meaningful minutes. But we've seen him back from injury. I mean, 30 or more minutes so far in the last month and some change, month and a half now. It's a good line for him. And this is going to be a little bit more of, I think, a opposing defensive matchup. Acuff is one of their better wing defenders, so him seeing the likes of him on the other side, I think probably keeps that free throw attempts in check a little bit more so. I don't know if I have the stomach to go under 22.5 points for the pace and the total, but if there was a prop he would go under, this one kind of was a look. The rebounding potential for him, a bit all over the place. 4.5 is kind of high, if I'm being honest, but the playmaking looked really good. Love the home splits, and Sleeper, thankfully, giving out good odds and prize picks as well on his 4.5. So get that in.
Wet said it just bumped 5.5 now.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, let's see, because we did get a couple of really good options on the underdogs. Let's see. I mean, it's still at least available here, so you do have it on underdog and price picks alike. Price picks, I don't even have that site open. I'm done with price picks, man.
No, you're not. You love them.
I really hate them. I really hate them.
They are the worst.
All right, well, never mind. My price picks will not open currently, saying service is unavailable. Okay, well, never mind on that. But still, we got boosts and stuff to play. Underdog was giving out a lot of stuff for that. I know we also have, I think, 2 different NBA profits or two NBA free square things about that, but the potential for a Phylon here, gotta love it.
Oh, gimmies. You're talking about gimme plays?
Yeah, I think they have. I got at least a gimme play, and then I think they have a discount as well. So you got a couple of options that you can play with that.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's keep it going. We're just gonna knock out these last three here real quick, and then we'll answer any questions you guys got. Well,
Tell us about Ivan and Krivas. We need to know, what are those unders about? What are you doing with those? Now this is on whose team? Who do they play for?
They're here with Arizona. So
Arizona.
we got Arizona hosting BYU here, and obviously recent news, Kobe Pete being out is something, and then Richie Saunders on BYU is going to be out for the remainder of the season. So we did see Toby end up slotting in for more minutes this last game, which I do think he'll get the spot start for Pete here. Now, between the two bigs here, we've seen basically the same thing all season. So they're both starters. They both play basically the same amount of minutes each game. And they do kind of vary, especially depending on blowouts. But both these guys, honestly, this just seems like still such a high line. I mean, it's not like Pete was a very consistent shooter for this team so far and, a reliable scoring threat just in general. We've seen Bradley really emerge lately, and Burries, he's been one of their more steady players all season. But the also adding Toby in there, I mean, he's no slouch. He went for a real solid last game, seeing those kind of minutes. So I think if I had to pick, taking the two guys, i.e. being these two who have been with the team, they've been with the starters and everything, and their usage rating just continues to be the same. Like there's not really any big difference here. If anything, I think we see the guards take on more shooting duties. More field goal attempts just overall like they did the last game, but not an easy matchup for either one of them. I mean, we're talking about, Krivas. He's only averaging 11 points so far this season, only put up 2 the last time that they played. Still saw reduced minutes, which I think is very live for him. He's not playing many sustainable minutes in some close and blowout games. I mean, there's always a reason for coach to sit him. But both these guys honestly felt like the same play. I mean, they just kind of hard capped right around their scoring limit. I will say I'm very, very confident that one out of these two players does not get over, but I think there's a real good chance that both of them could struggle again. I mean, this is not an easy matchup. Even Ivan played a moderately good game. He played 34 minutes and still only was able to put up 10 points. So we're still coming under that marker. And for both of them, I mean, they didn't really see that much of a step forward as far as field goal usage. So maybe, distributing all those shots, they see 2 extra field goal attempts a piece or something. You got to show me, man. You're just going to have to show me. If this was an easier matchup, I might say otherwise, but yeah, they're at home, but Arizona's been phenomenal. I think BYU can hang with them, but we've seen BYU kind of get in some hot water on the road. So there's a very real chance that this game could end up being a bit ugly, and, the books are not being shy about it. They have them 11.5-point favorites. So all that being said, if the game starts slipping or if any of these guys get in early foul trouble, coach is totally fine benching them, and they'll play the second unit.
That one looks really good. What's the other one? That's Ivan. Ivan has a tough time getting to 14.
Ivan and Krivas.
Krivas looks like, just looking at those stupid things, it's not much to go off, but Ivan looks like he's gonna have a tough time to get 14, 15, 14, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I think so, honestly, and then with having to deal with the Bonsta down low too, there's always a chance for him to be drawing fouls off these guys. And I believe Ivan is a little bit less foul prone, but is going to have more of a test this matchup. And Krivas, he's a more foul guy. And I mean, you see it in a lot of these games where even they were close games, he still isn't playing super high minutes. Now, the coach did run a super tight rotation this last game. I will say a lot of these starters ended up playing 36, 38 minutes. But even still in that, hell, we saw this last game against Texas Tech. He was only able to put up 10 points, and Ivan only 13 points. So defer to the guards. That's the best way to beat BYU is from the perimeter, and Pete and Bradley and Burry's more than happy to do that.
Yeah, I'm just looking over here. I'm over here looking at Ivan's stats and his minutes. So he'll play huge minutes again, you think?
Somewhere between the 33, 33, 36 minutes potentially, but that's probably best case scenario.
Okay, and that was an overtime game too, so you got to remember that last game. That's why he had all those minutes. So yeah, you're right. He'll only play around 30, 32, 34. I like that, man.
Yeah.
He could get us, but yeah. I think it's worth a shot. I think that they pushed his line up too high just because Pete's out. So what was Ivan's line before? Did he not even have a line? Like last game?
I think pretty much both of them kind of hover. Ivan was more in like the 10.5, 11.5 range, and then Kervas, he was like 10.5. I think he was 10.5, honestly.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not sure which one I like better, but it just seems like Ivan. But
And the books are pretty undecided about as far as where they're trying to actually keep their lines. Because you can see for Kervas, like for example, he opened at 13.5, he dipped all the way down to 11.5, and then he came back all the way up to that. So they're not really sure either what to do with them.
yeah, okay, I'm with it. Let me go put Ivan in right now. Big Ivan. Come on over here, Ivan.
Yeah, definitely try and straight bet these or play them with a safe, parlay or whatever, what have you with that. Like I said, real high confidence that one of these guys, if not both of them, do not get there, but definitely one of them. I do not see a world that both of them do.
Dope. I like it. I like that look.
All right. Oh, and then kind of last part, both of these guys do not have a 3-point shot. That's one big like kind of bailout thing that they do not have going for them. Neither one of these guys is good for threes. Ivan maybe one.
Dope.
All right. Well, let's go on to our last play here. We got Don McHenry, 14.5 points, pretty much everywhere, so shouldn't have too much trouble getting that. Really, really low line and adjusted for this, last two games here, but fair enough. I mean, playing against Houston and at KU, not easy matchups, not easy at all. It was 13.5 points. If you can find it at that, obviously a little bit better of a line, but truthfully, hit rating is not going to be much different here. I mean, he's either going for 12 points or he's going for 15 or more. So still like the 14.5 points here. Great 3-point upside for him. We've seen him be Mr. Consistent with that throughout the year. And then coming off of those nasty little games here, which he did get into a little bit of foul trouble against Cincinnati, so he only played 26 minutes. Normally, going out there playing at least 31, 32 minutes a game. The matchup is a little bit scarier, yes, just because they play slow and, limit some production. But for him, the forwards have been doing pretty well, or the small forward style. And with him just having a 3-point shot, that's the biggest thing over why I would take him over Brown, because Brown just does not have a 3-point shot at all. Way too low of a line, though. I mean, 13.5 or 14.5 points, still just too low. I think for him, bounce back spot here, very live. Love the road performance. I mean, he's been really solid, except for those couple scary matchups. But other than that, man, just a really good player here. We've seen a lot of production coming from any of the high volume shooters, and he fits the bill. So we're gonna get a little half unit on that one today.
Sounds good to me. Let's ride it. Big McHenry, you've been talking about him since yesterday. We must do it. We got 18 likes, see?
Let's go. Hell yeah. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And the ones who have, thank you. All right. Let's hop into, I know we got a little bit of mid-tier stuff. Just kind of hit on, Braden Berries, they did, I believe, end up just bumping this line right before we hopped on. So that is unfortunate. I don't mind the 17.5 points. Might be leaning towards the PR now with the bumps. And then Michael Ajay, if Bizjack is out again, we saw 16 field goal attempts this last game, so he's going to be their primary shooter again. Struggled the first time they played Georgetown. It is in Georgetown, but he's looked really well in these rematch games, so got to give him some credit. Saw playmaking also continue to be a thing with him. 18.5 PA, probably the best route, or the 15.5 points straight up. One of those two. PRA and the fantasy are a little bit higher on up there. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Let's talk about some questions.
Well, first of all, we have AOD. What's up, bro?
What's good, man? What's good?
And then we have D Johnson. He said, let's go. Ayo said, just cash. Let's up and go. Just cash. E-money, just cash. He loves making money and he wants to win. And then we get to the third member of the stream, Q Donkey 69.
Hey, what's up, man?
He
Welcome
says,
back. Welcome, everyone.
yeah, and we must give him credit on McCrime Dog McGriff's under rebounds. That was a nice find, sir. Nice find. He has Bryce Hopkins under rebounds today. Bryce Hopkins under rebounds.
Under rebounds, you say? Let's see, we have 4.5, 7.5. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's a little bit on up there. I mean, rightfully so. He did have 8 the first time they played. Very sporadic on the glass. I mean, also we've seen the minutes for him too, just kind of be all over the place. I know him in the starter role is a little bit scarier, but this is a really good matchup for them. I mean, truthfully, St. John should just be able to walk all over this team again. The first time they played ended up being a bloodbath. I know it was at St. John's, but still ended up beating them by 24. So not a whole lot has changed here, honestly. It is a high line, man. I mean, that is definitely a high line, especially considering he's only averaging 5.7. Obviously, minutes being a little bit different down the stretch of the season here, but still, it's high for good reason. It's a pretty good matchup. I mean, they do allow a fair amount of rebounds, but for him, always a player. We've seen him go out in numerous first halves, pick up 2 fouls quick, and end up sitting a large majority of the minutes. They have given up rebounding to some of the high caliber, power forward centers, what have you. We've seen, your Ajay, he went for 2 crazy games against them. But, I mean, for him, as long as he's not snagging a bunch of random 3-point, the long ball, I'm not too worried about that one. It's on the road, too, which, I mean, for him, he's played a little bit better on the road the last couple of games. But it's a high line, man. I mean, I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm honestly curious why it's so high. We didn't have anybody get ruled out, did we? Oh, who is this? They lose another guard?
I think,
Okay.
so when you look down at the rebounds for each player against Marquette,
Mm-hmm.
how did that look? Because that...
I mean, yeah, so I'm saying it is a favorable rebounding matchup, but for him, let's see, what did he do the first game? So he did get in foul trouble. He had 4 fouls. Ended with, I mean, that's a little scary, man. I got to be honest. He only played 18 minutes and had 8 rebounds. He had 4 fouls to really keep him down.
Yeah, it's that pace, too. They run. Yeah. It's interesting, the odds on that, too. Like, some books have minus 115 all the way to minus 180. It's everywhere on that under. It's interesting. I could see it staying under, but...
It deserves a look, but I do worry because that was a lot of rebounding in such a short amount of time they first played. Like, a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a Crime Dog McGruff under rebounds.
Yeah.
But
not a bad play. Not a bad play.
Okay. I'm not going to pronounce his first name right, so I'll just say it. Kawasi Reeves. Kawasi. I'm going to name Kawasi. Points. Over points.
Over points. All right. So we got Virginia, man. Virginia's been elite inside the paint.
Ooh.
I mean, they're really holding down a lot of guys. His line is pretty appropriate. I will say that they're making it quite tempting because especially over the last month now, he's played really, really well. A few tough matchups, or at least comparable matchups. And we saw Pittsburgh, him really struggle. Vatek, that one's kind of surprising, and the Cal, that was really surprising. But he only played 6 minutes. I believe he got hurt in that game. It's not an easy matchup, I will say. It is not an easy matchup. Virginia has been the truth in guarding the paint, but very low line. He's played exceptionally well at home. I mean, for the most part, 11 or more in each game, basically, is not bad. Let's see. We got any kind of rebound upside with this guy? Nope, that's too sketchy.
What's his line?
He's 13.5 points. Yeah, so I mean they are trying to dangle the carrot here and get us to bite on it.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say that I do kind of like in his favor is he is somewhat of a 3-point shooter. You know, he's good for 1.5 threes per game. We've seen it more recently here. You know, you're really going to be needing at least threes to kind of hit for us. Some of these games where he is not, that's where these struggles are coming from. So just keep that in mind. I'm really tempted, man, especially for this kind of payout, at least on Fliff. I mean, you can see a wild difference between these two and underdog. His 3.5 or his 3-pointers at 1.5, that's really, really tempting. I'd be hard-pressed to see him clear his points without hitting the threes. I think he only has 2 games where he got there without. Yeah, 2 games. So, tough call there. We do need the threes to fall. I think if he does not hit 2 threes tonight, I would be extremely surprised that he had his points.
At least it's at home. I will give it that.
Yeah, at least it's at home. Ooh, here. If we're going to play it, I think the 14.5 PA makes the most sense. He can always wheel at least just his 1 assist per game like he normally does. And also, we know if they're shutting it down inside the paint, he's going to have to kick it out a little bit. But if he gets into these games where we've seen 2 or more, I mean, that is so huge. And they're only baking in 1 for the PA compared to the individual lines. So it's not bad. That's not bad for a straight bet.
I'm with it. At least as a lean. Just for fun. Right when I realized he was at home, I'm like, all right, that gives us a little bit better chance. At Virginia, I'd be like, we can't. I personally can't put money on it, but yeah, Georgia Tech is so bad. But at least at home, he's gonna be chucking. He's our number 1 guy, so I do like that. What do you think? To the list?
Yeah, we go with the mid tiers.
And you want a 14.5 PA?
Yeah.
All right. Nice one. Okay, let's see what's next. We got we got D Johnson says thoughts on Nigel Pack. All right, we got 3 here, so I'm not sure which order you want, but he has Nigel Pack points, Tay Davis points, and Latrell Wrightsell points, all over points.
All right. Well, let's start with Wrightsell because I actually have some interest in him.
Okay.
He's been pretty good for Bama, man. I mean, we talked about him the last time. He was at only 11.5 points. So I do like the fact that they're only slightly adjusting him comparatively. The minutes have looked really good. I know this game he ended up either getting hurt or I think he got hurt and he ended up sitting out early for that one. But minutes, I mean, really sustainable since he's come back, 27 or more in every game. This last game, he probably could have stayed out there a little bit longer, but, I mean, he was shooting the lights out, so coach kind of gave him a break. He's played a little bit better at home, too. So, I mean, I do like seeing that in the second half of the season. You can see with the minutes correlate to a lot of production. I mean, he's a solid volume 3-point shooter. You know, shooter's going to shoot, and as long as he's still kind of feeling that. With him being at home, you know, it makes me more comfortable with that. If he was on the road, this might be, you know, kind of hit or miss, but not a bad matchup. Love that pace. Love the total. His playmaking, a little bit interesting here. I mean, he is still kind of a second, third option as far as, you know, passing and getting involved in the plays. But we're going to need that production to still come from the 3-point line. So either, I was going to say maybe PR just with the speed and volume of this game. But, yeah, 12.5 points make the most sense, honestly. You could even consider the threes. I mean, like I said, the majority of this scoring and production is just strictly going to come from threes, so I'm not too mad at that. They're offering a little bit more of a lenient payout than normal. But either one of those, yeah, man, make total sense for today. And it would be a good correlation play with Phylon's assists, too. Just saying.
That's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. This one was very, very fringe on going on an official play. I was looking at him as, getting some exposure to this game. He could be a strong option for us.
You want to put it in the leans?
I think so, man. I think so. We got to get something out of this Bama game, scoring-wise.
Latrell?
Yeah.
Latrell?
Latrell.
He doesn't start?
No. He's back to the bench with Amari Allen being back and Sherelle, both these guys being here.
Good rotation, 6 man though, huh? Okay.
But I mean, it's not like Auburn or Arkansas has any like formidable bench players that are coming off against him. I mean, honestly, that could even help him out even more, because if, say, like we have the main unit out there and then they go to subs and they bring him in, we know Phylon's going to go out first and then Holloway will go out shortly after. So I mean, if we have Holloway or if we have Phylon and him out there, assuming A-Cup is out there on the other side, maybe Malik Thomas is out there too, but I mean, they could have one of these backup scrubs in for Auburn who just needs to play breather minutes. And even Billy Richmond, I mean, he's not that great of a defender either. So any of these guys being out there, that could be a little bit more of a, boost up here. I don't think that they necessarily need to go big as far as keeping up with anything on Arkansas. I mean, honestly, Arkansas could probably even consider going small here and just play with a 4-guard set and have, Trevon or Pringle down at the 5 and just leave them there.
Okay. And D. Johnson had 13 points, but he's 12.5 everywhere, so we're rating over 12.5, yeah? Or,
yeah,
sorry,
he's looking at price picks.
That's what you wanted, right? 12.5 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Reeves was 14.5 PA. All right, we got it.
I'm with it.
We're writing a DJ beside Latrell right cell. DJ pick.
Let's go, baby. Hey, make sure you guys hop in the Discord, man. I'm telling you, we'll chop it up in there with you guys like we do here. We got a lot of stuff. I'm sure we'll get some injury news too throughout the night. Seems like that illness bug still going around in the league. So a lot of stuff, a lot of potential. And then tomorrow, going to be some light work. It is Thursday, so we'll relax for a little bit and then get ready for Friday and Saturday.
And guess what? 25 watching, 19 likes. We need 6 more likes, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like for us. We're trying to get up in this algorithm so we can push some college basketball props that not very many people are on. So hit the like if you may, if you can. We'd appreciate it. And
Let's go.
back to the plays. And if anyone has any plays they want us to look at, just drop them in the chat. We'll look through them.
Oh yeah, we had these 2 Oklahoma guys here real fast. So Nigel is so hard to trust on the road. That's my only thing with him all season. Very, very hit or miss for him. He is coming off of a pretty good game, which, I mean, not surprising. It is against Georgia, so massive pace up and all that good stuff. This could be a tough one. This can honestly be a tough game for them. I mean, Oklahoma does not have a great paint presence at all, so great spot for Nate Ament on the other side of things. And we need Xavier Brown to show up, man. Bro, I don't know what happened this last game. Dude had 5 points in like the first 5 minutes of the game and then did not score the rest of the game. So very weird, very weird. I'm slightly worried this game could get out of hand. So do keep that in mind. Nigel is one of the players that will sit a little bit sooner than later, but pretty solid. I mean, we've seen him really come to life again over the second half of the season. He has this little bit of a lull that he does from time to time. So this could be a game. Hopefully not. At least if they keep it competitive, he should be active in that. But Tay Davis is an interesting one. If I had to pick between somebody, I think I would lean a little bit more towards him. Production's been really, really solid. Minutes have been coming up too. I know he had these couple of foul games that hampered that a little bit here. But still, generally playing about 29, 30 minutes a night. that production's looked really good for him. I don't know straight up points necessarily the best option. Maybe this plus money is not bad. Let's see, can we get him at 10.5? Ooh, 10.5, that's not bad. Or even the 11 flat on Prize Picks. So if we had to play it, I'm not mad at Prize Picks for this one. 10.5 would be a little bit more ideal, but still not bad, not bad.
These are those ones. These are those ones, man, where it's like they can hit, obviously, but man, I know when you go into Tennessee, this is why these lines look good, right? The last lines look so good. They're like, ooh, look at those 4 out of 5. He smashed this line, but bro, the difference in who he played against and going to Tennessee is like, oh man. I know he did it here against Vandy and Kentucky. That's huge. Was that Kansas or Kentucky? Kentucky.
Yeah.
But look at the rest of them though. They're all like easy games.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on that again. Going to Tennessee is no joke. I know what's his name got us the other day, Hubbard. He smashed us on that play, but I don't think that was that at Tennessee? Let me see real quick.
No, they were home.
Yeah, when you go to Tennessee, bro, it's like going to Michigan, going to Michigan State, going to you know the ones, going to Virginia. It's scary as fuck. That's why the lines are going to be low. I don't know. I don't want to push those plays anymore, unless it's a Tyler play where we know they're going to give him the ball and he's way too low, which I don't know if these guys are or not, but I don't trust them like Tyler.
Yeah, Davis is probably the one I would land on more so.
Yeah.
Like I said, Xavier Brown really kind of put me off this last game, but assuming Tay Davis does not cover Nate, if he is guarding Nate, I do worry a lot. Nate could draw some easy fouls off of him. But assuming he's not guarding Nate, I do like this one. Field goal volume's been solid. I mean, double digit in a majority of these games. Like I said, these 2 games here that he missed, both were 4 fouls. He just fouls. That's the only thing. This is a high risk, high reward play. He does foul. So just keep that in mind.
I'm passing. I'm not trying to go against Tennessee. Nope. There's more other plays that feel better than that. Keyshawn Hall fantasy, Q Donkey says. And then new name in here, Dallas McGee. What's up, man? Welcome. He has a play, Tyler Tanner 30 PRA. Is interesting too. I want to look at that too. So first off, Keyshawn Hall fantasy. What you seeing?
Yeah, so for one thing, the better line is going to be on Prize Picks. They got him at 34.5, and he's 35 and some change on Underdog. Now, just know, for him to get this fantasy, a large majority of it is going to have to be 20 or more points. He has to score at least 19 to 20 points to have any kind of a shot. The blocks and the steals, a little bit all over the place. Got to say, they got him baked into getting 3 or more. That's kind of scary considering all the turnovers we've seen for him. I mean, you got to pencil him down for at least 2 turnovers a game. But my only big hesitation is I don't know what is up with his rebounding lately. This just continues to gradually go down as the season continues. Looked really, really bad. I know a couple of tougher matchups, yes, but still, I mean, 5.5 is unbelievable for him to have a line. I mean, he's still averaging almost 7 this season, but you can see a pretty sharp decline off of him. And Keyshawn Murphy continues to just be a pain on the glass. But I do like him coming off of a disciplinary suspension. You know, players like to really get up after those games. He was a late scratch the last time too. So personally, don't mind the fantasy. Would play it on Prize Picks if I was going to play it. And then his points got to be the next consideration. 19.5 is what we're looking for, preferably. 20.5, there's a bit of a hit difference in that one, so just kind of keep that in mind. Or play the 20 flat on Prize Picks.
I haven't bet on Keyshawn Hall all year. I don't know.
We did a little bit around this area, and then he took this hard dip right here, and I was like, but 34 is the good line for him, so I wouldn't fault you for playing it. Good matchup, all that fun stuff.
Auburn's just not fun. My personal opinion. Oh, well, for me. But Tanner, what about Tyler Tanner? 30 PRA. And D. Johnson has a couple more cool to look at. And Dallas says, appreciate you, man. He says, love the stream. Y'all boys keep going. Fire emoji. Thanks, man.
Hey, appreciate it. And I promise you, I'm gonna go get a haircut this week, man. It was on my to-do list this last week, and ended up getting busy with some other stuff. But
Bangs getting in your eyes.
yeah, and the heat's starting to come back out too. So I ain't trying to mess with all that.
All right. Well, maybe the bangs could be the reason why we're on that 8-2 streak here for the video. So I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't cut it.
Hey, it's possible. It's possible. All right, so
All right.
Big Tanner
Yeah.
coming off of a pretty pathetic game. Honestly, I gotta say I have no idea how he played so bad. He only had 2 points in the first half, and he didn't score that other last 2 points for a long time. So really bad performance. Now I will say this matchup is going to bode well if he can get that 3-point shot going. That's something that's a little bit more back and forth with him. Mizzou is really solid inside the paint. Really solid. We were just looking at the last guy, for example, Tay, for this matchup. He went way under. Mizzou, great inside the paint. They are bleeding threes, like absolutely bleeding threes. So do need that to fall. I don't know. The rebounds, I'm not necessarily sold on. 3.5 is a fair line, but he's been pretty hard capped right around 3 to 4. So you're not really getting much upside there per se. I do like the playmaking. I think 5.5 is a very good line for him. We're just going to need his teammate Tyler Nichols to kind of snap off again, which I think we'll touch on him for a second because he does warrant some consideration. That guy is strictly a 3-point shooter, volume shooter for the team. But his points still being at 20.5, kind of high. I know it is fair because of Duke Miles being out, and he was doing really well with that for a large part of the season. A bit of a pace down for these guys, and personally, I probably pass on this one just because it is such a high line. He was just like 27, 28.5 not that long ago, so keep that in mind. But he is coming off of a bounce-back performance, so something that could be right up his alley. But we're going to have to see these threes falling. If he's not making threes, he is not hitting that point line.
Agreed. D. Johnson comes back with Juke Harris over 18.5. We know you love him. That must be a alt line there, right? He says Juke Harris 18.5 points or 6.5 rebounds, and Keanu Dawes over 11.5 points or 9 rebounds.
All right, so 9 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's on up there. His 9 rebounds flat on Prize Picks. I'm not too mad at that. The only problem about his rebound potential is this game's gonna be really slow. So there's not gonna be really much upside for that. We are gonna need him to snag a few offensive rebounds along the way, like he has been. I will say the 6.5 defensive rebounds on Fliff, that is really appealing. I'm actually quite surprised they have that for his line. Only 2.5 offensive rebounds, so we're getting a little bit of a credit there. Tough to rely on that. I don't mind the points though. He is playing sustainable minutes, at least 30 plus on basically every given night, barring any foul trouble. The scoring I don't mind. I think they're going to need a little bit of help here on that aspect, but slow matchup, slow game.
Is the PR make any sense?
Is it 20? Yeah. Getting a bit of a discount there for that. They take the rebounds down for this one, it looks like. See if we have a better line anywhere else. Nah, so it's just 20.5. I don't mind that one. We just need to be efficient, man. Just be efficient.
Yeah, it's just playing West Virginia. It's just always going to be scary. Same thing, it's just it's kind of what we see here with the books, right? Every single time they're just giving us that different, slight discount here because they're playing West Virginia, and it makes people want to play their over, but then they get out there and it's a 50-50 shot. So I think they have the right line there.
Yeah. I'm mostly worried about the rebounding potential for him because, all these guys who've gotten there, Burks is a little bit more of like a small forward, so slight free range for him. But, Baba missed. Even Pete, he went over, but he only went over by 1. And for him, that's kind of a high rebound line anyways. But that's tough, man. That's tough. That one's a little bit more fringe. I'd probably just stick with the points, honestly. But either or. All
Okay.
right, let's wanted to kind of touch on Tyler Nichols. Just keep an eye out for him. He would be somebody who, for Vanderbilt, I think today could see a lot of success. If he's getting that 3 ball going like he has all season, I know the payout's not the greatest for this one, so I'm not going to advocate for that too much, but his points at 14.5 are pretty interesting, or even the PR for that matter, 17.5 PR. I'm not mad at that.
Did you say you wanted to touch on him?
Briefly. I said briefly.
That's still. All right. What about Juke Harris? You know you love Juke. You love you some Juke. You want to touch on some Juke?
Oh, yeah. Bro, Juke has been my absolute wagon this season.
Yeah.
We played that 15-plus points. I don't even know. Every single possible slate this season.
So D. Johnson has 18.5 points. Is that an alt line? Must be, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, I would play it. Clemson, a little bit annoying. You know, they're going to slow the pace down and what have you, but dude's been a beast. I mean, honestly, at home especially, playing even better. We've seen him really, really playing hella minutes lately. That's kind of the biggest thing for him is coach is just like, go out and do your thing, man. This is your team. Run away with it. Trayvon Spillers is just a ghost of himself from last year. I love Juke. You could never talk me off of playing a Juke prop.
There you go. We have another name. She Squealed. It's a good name. Welcome. But he says, I don't have NCAA basketball player props in my state. It's dumb. And I know you were in Colorado a few years ago. You didn't have them, right? Or how did you get around that?
Nah, man. It's on traditional book sites. It's unfortunately not available in Colorado. The I think best option I had was.
Do they have Fliff there?
Yes, but I'm not sure if it had college props.
Oh, really? There'd be a Fliff with no college in it?
Well, it's the same thing for you. Like, you don't have the defensive, offensive rebounds.
Oh, yeah. But I can still play the fantasy style. Like, I can still do the points and the rebounds and stuff. PR, PA, and all that. It's been decent.
Yeah, Colorado is a little weird on that aspect of it, but you never know. They're always changing legislation, and there is offshore stuff that we can get you guys hooked up on. So there's always other options. Just, again, hop in the Discord, come hit us up with a DM. We'll get you set up, walk you through it. Super easy.
Yeah, yeah, we can always figure out something. There's somewhere out there you can do NCAA props regardless of where you're at. But just probably be a little bit more difficult. But it's worth it because it's so fun. College basketball is the best. We're at 22 likes, E.
Let's go, baby. 3 more for a sweep tonight. We're feeling
3
it.
more.
We're feeling it.
Yes, 3 more likes, guys. If you haven't hit the like, please hit the like for us. It'll help us out a lot. And it will help you out a lot. If you get to the 25, we're all going to have good luck tonight. Guess who's here? Cam Thomas. Big Chosen. And he says, and he has a play. Nick Martinelli under fantasy, he says. He said, I like that. Yep. Count that. Yep. I like that. I'm taking that. Bingo. 23 likes.
It's definitely a high line. I mean, we haven't seen him be real consistent at all this season with the RA aspect of it. So there could be some blowback from that, just keep that in mind. But I mean, a majority of it, he's really stayed under quite a bit. So not a lot of consistent upside for that, but for him, he does come with the turnovers. We've seen him, average at least 1.5 turnover a game. Not really the best blocker steal guy. I mean, his steals at 0.5 make the most sense, but he really doesn't get any blocks at all. So the fantasy makes the most sense. I mean, for him, really, it's just how many points is he scoring? Like, this is the only sweat for his fantasy ever. If he goes over 22, 23 points, then, he might get you, but even still, man, I got to say, I'm quite surprised that he's at 23.5 points. Like, that's insane.
To be honest, do you like the fantasy like Chosen said? Like, as far as if you had to play an under, would it be fantasy over points? That's the question.
Yeah. That's probably his next to the RA, it's his lowest hit rating.
Well, I like it, man. You know what I also saw? I saw David Coit's back up to 16.5. That punk.
Now, is he? Yeah, he ruined a little play. I tried to give him a chance this last game, and he pooped out with 12 points.
Nah, he's coming off the bench, and yeah, we know. I mean, he can do it, but at the same time, bro, 16.5. It's just a fun under. Him and Martinelli are just fun unders. They can shit on you and fuck you up, but it's so fun when they just don't do well and you're like, haha, that was easy. But I know Coit's in a matchup that's not scary whatsoever, but it's I mean, he's at Maryland, right? He's at home.
No, it's at Northwestern.
Can Northwestern hold it down? I don't really have faith in that. What I want to have happen is I want him to score 25 or 30 points, and then we can go under next game.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he snaps off this game. I mean, they've been getting killed by some guards lately. I mean, Wagler was surprisingly the only one who played really bad against him.
I don't mind Martinelli, though. Is it 35.5? Or is that what Chosen had and now it bumped down? Because I thought you said it was 34 something. Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's 35.5.
Oh, I got to play that.
Only on Price Fix, actually.
He also has Malik Thomas under 17.5. You're on your own with that one. Big Chosen. I can't do that one.
Well, he was at, 15.5 points or 16.5 yesterday?
Yeah, he bumped up for sure. 15.5.
Yeah.
Was he 15.5 yesterday for a minute? Might have been.
Maybe, but I know he was at least 16.5 on most of the sites. So it's a high line. I mean, they're appropriately pricing him up just to, account for the matchup and pace and all that stuff. But if Acuff is struggling against Phylon, Malik will definitely take it up a little bit. I will say I'm not too mad at it because I do think they get the bigs involved a little bit more here. I would not be surprised to say, dare I say it here, but Trevon Brazil and both Malik Ewan, I would not be surprised if both of those guys have a pretty stellar game tonight. Yeah. Alabama, a little bit better against the guards, in general, but, they're just going to run and gun, so some defense might not be there. His biggest thing is if he can land those threes and get to the free throw line. Other than that, he's playing a lot of minutes. I mean, he's playing a lot of minutes right now.
Guess what, though, E?
What's that?
25 likes, baby!
Let's go. Hey,
whoever just hit that 25th like, oh boy. Whoever you are, good luck on your bets today. Good luck on everybody's bets today in here now. That's what's up, guys. Ayo says Jackson's sea salt sweet potato chips from Whole Foods are underrated. The wavy cut, he said. That sounds good.
Ooh, let's go. Like the Ruffles style?
It sounds good. They sound probably like thicker though, like just better for you type things. Not all greasy or little greasy, but just enough. Not too ruffly. My Iron Throne's here. He's back, baby. Let's go.
What
he
up?
said, thought on Badunga. Over rebounds. Interesting. Badunga. I wouldn't think of that, but I like it. I don't like it. I can't say. I like to look at it. Let's see what it is. Pause.
Yeah, I mean, it's a touch higher. Yeah, I really wish he was at 8.5 rebounds, but they got him priced up for this matchup. It's a great spot. I mean, I wouldn't be able to really talk you off of it because the on-court matchups can be really good. Parsifala on the other side is one of their more consistent shooters. Doesn't really offer much of a three-point shot either. So, assuming he doesn't get any foul trouble, I mean, he should see a lot of potential rebounds in this spot. His minutes, I mean, pretty good. Kind of capped around 34 minutes. Excuse me. Kind of capped around 34 minutes, but. I don't mind it. I just wish he was at 8.5 or even 9 flat. Like that would be more appropriate. I see what Price Fix doesn't even have him at all for a normal line. Yeah, they just took him straight off. Interesting.
It is a decent spot, right?
No, it's a great spot for it. I wish this line was 1 point lower. If he was 8.5, I'd be all aboard for that. Because that's a substantially different hit rating.
Yeah, it's just rebounds when you gotta play guys that high. It's kind of like it just feels like hit or miss. It's like how many times the ball gonna bounce the right way for you. It's just these aren't the most fun plays. My Iron Throne says Reeves over on points against Virginia. We talked about that.
Yeah, preferably the 10.5 line, but the I think he was 11 flat on Price Fix. I didn't mind that either.
I know who this is. Dale Parker. And Dale Parker brings up a good question. Any money lines today? I know yesterday we were on Kentucky let us down, Michigan State whooped some ass, and there was one other one that was easy. Oh, it wasn't easy, but Virginia. Who was it? Not Virginia. Miami came through at the last minute.
Yeah, big Miami with Reeves getting hurt ended up being a sweat, but
yeah, who we got
yeah.
today?
The only big blemish we had was Texas Tech. Man, I couldn't believe they lost. Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, Toppin got hurt. I guess that has something to do with it.
Yeah, but still, man, it sucks. That should have been. That was like felt like an anchor play, and I can't believe. I'm trying my best to stay away from these road teams, man. I don't know what it is about the home court advantage, but it's too real in college basketball.
Speaking of, though, do you think Arkansas can pull off an upset? Which I never look for upsets, but that one looks interesting.
I do actually. You know me, they were my dark horse, and I'm from Bama, so I hate rooting against my boys, but Arkansas was my dark horse team. I still had them to win the SEC championship, so today can be really, really telling. Really telling.
Acuff is a assassin.
Dude,
he's
too
a straight assassin. What was the lines in that game? How many points can we get for Arkansas?
So it moved down a little bit. It's 183.5 right now.
But, no. I meant points. We can get 4.5 points at -110. What do you think? I mean, to me, it feels pretty good, man. I don't know.
I like it, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll throw it up in the queue. I'm not mad at that. All right. Now the only problem about today is there's not too many like great money lines. We're basically getting a lot of the stuff at -300 or something that's 800-900. Obviously Connecticut, your Tennessee and stuff like that look pretty good for today. I do like Northwestern get a dub here at home. Not mad at that one. Let's see, what's the other one? Arizona, still getting really good odds on this one. I actually kind of like this one a little bit better. Richie Saunders being out is quite a huge thing for them. I mean, somebody else is going to have to step up besides Rob Wright. If they don't have the third scoring help tonight, there's no way that BYU is going to win this game.
I kind of like that as far as like if you were on a flip and you had to pair something. You had a normal prop that's like, say it's a -150 or something. You could throw Arizona in with that, get a better payout.
Keep an eye out for news in the USC game. If both Arenas and Chad are out tonight, I mean, this should be an absolute free square. I don't want to do it in the dark just yet because they could both end up playing and we would get way better odds on this. But if they're both out, yeah, I'm smashing this. I know it's an away team, but I got to do it.
Is Chad Baker, is there any news on him? Like, does anyone care?
Let's hit the refresh. Still not seeing anything yet.
I'm not seeing any news on Arenas either. I see people betting his overs. His 23.5 fantasy yesterday was crazy. That's ridiculous.
I know, man. I hope he plays so we can get some of the stuff that we had locked in early. I'd be real disappointed.
Yeah. And it's going to be so fun if he plays. I hope he's not too sick where he doesn't play well. That would be just not even fun. I'd rather you not play unless you're, feeling decent. Don't push it too hard, buddy. It's a big game. Imagine him against Wagler, bro. That's so tight.
Oh, yeah. That'd be insane.
So gangster. Wow. All right. Well, we're at 27 likes. We love that. Cam Thomas says...
Sorry, one last thing real fast. In St. John's, I'm actually really surprised. I know it's a road team, but damn it, they beat them by almost, 24 points earlier. It could be a little bit closer, but we're getting real good odds for that. So, yeah, these would be it.
Cameron says, bingo, it was me. Thank you. My Iron Throne says, should I do Phylon assists or go with Sherelle under PRA?
I mean, if you can get the Phylon 4.5 assists, I feel like we felt pretty strong about that play.
Just Fred 99, what's up? Welcome. New name in here. We love seeing the new names, bro. And throwing stuff in chat too to talk about. He says if Alabama hits their threes, it could be trouble. You are correct, sir. That's why, Arkansas is the underdog. So I don't usually go underdog. I just have a feeling they got a shot, and I feel like the line is kind of decently in our favor. He says, how many points is Arizona laying? Arizona was 10.5 points. And then he says Furman money line. It's coming with Furman money line. Now that is interesting. Yes, sir. Furman. He's going for the what do you call that? Is this mid-major? Is that what they call these?
Yeah, or at least a mid-tier school.
That's so mean. Mid, just calling anyone mid anything is just like, geez, what'd I do?
Well, if you're not top 25, you got to be mid.
Damn.
All right, let's see. They're playing Eastern Tennessee. They lost in an upset overtime in the first game. Let's see what.
Hey, did the word mid come from weed? I want to say it did, bro. So you're smoking mid like years ago, and now everyone uses mid as like a normal word.
Probably
came from weed. Mid-major.
Let's see. So Furman did lose his first matchup. It was an overtime loss. I mean, even their game from last year was only 71-70. So it is a true coin flip, but let's
Just Fred 99 says, I'm coming in with the money line that's going to win. I'm not telling you to look at it. I'm just saying, take it and talk about it. Thank me tomorrow. I'm going to play it just because he put it in here. Because I'm assuming that's what he meant. There's no question mark by it. So I'm in. I'm playing it, bro. My Iron Throne says...
Go for it.
Yeah. My Iron Throne says Darren Peterson 1.5 assists. Those are one of those ones where it's like, maybe, but do you want to sit and cheer and hope that he gets 2 assists throughout the game? I hate stuff like that. It's like waiting for 3-pointers. Just...
Yeah, well,
it's stressful.
It is, and I mean, for him, he's been playing a lot more of like a spot-up shooter. The playmaking duties, for the most part, have really just been kind of left to Council. And I mean, we see Trey White a little bit too, play make, and a little bit of Debunga. But the problem with this team is they play a lot of ISO ball. It's not really like by design. We're not seeing the kick-out threes to Trey White as frequently. Debunga, also very huge thorn in the side of, for him, he gets the free throw line a lot, so those conversions don't count, and a lot of offensive putbacks. So we're seeing the first person miss on a set play, and then, they're really good about offensive rebounding, so it's been kind of a pain in the butt on that. I'm not too mad at it, but honestly, if I'm playing an assist prop, it's probably just going to be from Council. Peterson, if you want to play the assist potential, probably the PRA or something with him. If this dude starts shooting, he does not pass the ball. I mean, very, very ball dominant, especially in the second half of the game. But personally, I've just been fading Peterson right now. I think he's broken. I don't want any part of this until March.
Yeah, he's hurt. Something's wrong with him because he could go out there and score 30 if he wanted, if he wasn't injured. We know that. Well, we think that. But next play, my Iron Throne's coming with another one. I like it. Debonsta under PRA now. See, you're making me scared again. If anything, Debonsta under is scary, especially with Saunders gone now. Even though the matchup is tough.
Yeah, our basically just a 1-game sample size of him this last time. The bookies have been reacting quite a bit. I mean, dude opened at 23.5. We saw him at 26.5 points on a couple sites too.
Crazy. So
yeah, they're quite torn on exactly where to leave him here. Yes, very difficult matchup. The RA I feel a little bit better about because that's been kind of all over the place, but 21 RA last game is a bit insane. Arizona, not too bad. They do allow a fair amount of rebounds, so I mean he could get up on that, but they don't allow too many assists for the most part. That is something they've kept really well in check. for him, you're just sweating the points more than anything, honestly. Like, if personally, if I was playing something under for him today, it'd be this 25.5 points. But ooh, he might show us. This could be a game that he might show us. But I'm not mad at it either, man. Honestly.
All right, there you have it. And we are through the comments, and it is 20 minutes after 3 or 6, depending on where you are. And we're at 28 likes. 28 likes, guys. That's what's up.
Let's go. Honestly, just amazing. Y'all the real ones, man. We're just here having fun. Okay. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get out of here. We're way over our usual time, and we got to get the stuff ready for the games. Look out for injury news. So let's get on out of here. I think the games do start at the top of the hour, so we'll get everything posted up in the Discord, get ready for tonight, and make some moves if we get any injuries or updates. But hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. Turn that sub button on. Ooh, buddy. And be a part of the Discord. Links down below. 7-day free trial still rolling for you guys. Come in, come win some money with us. All right. We'll be back tomorrow for a really light stream. Getting ready mostly for Friday and Saturday, but don't miss out on it. And we'll see you guys back here later. Good luck tonight, fam. Peace.
Hey, E, I got a song for him. Should I play it?
Do it.
Just cash.
Fuck you, prize pig! I hate you. Fuck you, prize pig! I hate you. Fuck you, prize pig! I hate you. Fuck you, prize pig!
But I'm at
Fuck you, prize pig! Yeah, man, I hate it.